Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Harps. So today I'm doing the review for the November 4th NHL games. So 15 games on the dock last night. We're going to start off with Pittsburgh and San Jose. So to start off with, first period at 1:30, Riley Smith scores from Erik Karlsson and Jake Guentzel on the power play to give the Penguins a 1-0 lead. He would score again at 12:55 the first from Marcus Pettersson and Brendan Rust. Second period, 3:21, Jake Guentzel will score from Brendan Rust and Pierre-Olivier Joseph, or just Joseph, right? At 4:26, Vinny Hinestroza will score on assist for the Penguins, giving them a 4-0 lead. Anthony Duclair would then answer for the Sharks at 8:34 from Thomas Hertl and Jacob McDonald on the power play. Malkin would say, I had enough of that, and score at 9:12 from Riley Smith and Rickard Rakell. At 9:27, Chris Letang would score again for the Penguins from Crosby and Rust. And then 11:53, Matt Nieto scores from Noel Acciari and Vinny Hinestroza again. And then at the third period at 49 seconds, Brendan Rust scores from Jake Guentzel and Erik Karlsson. At 9:20, Jacob McDonald would score the second goal for the Sharks from Thomas Hertl and Anthony Duclair again on the power play. At 11:02, Evgeny Malkin would score from Riley Smith and Rickard Rakell on the power play. And then at 12:10, Jake Guentzel would hit the 10 spot and score unassisted. So the Penguins take that one 10-2. So the Sharks giving up 10 goals in back-to-back games. The one before this being against, of course, the Canucks. Anyways, we're going to move on to Minnesota and the New York Rangers. So first period, Jimmy Vesey scores for the Rangers at 3:36 from Tyler Pitlick and Ryan Lindgren. At 5:52, Jeremy Finner would have another one for the Rangers from Trocheck and Lafreniere. And then Gustafsson would score at 6:53 from Blake Wheeler and Will Cooley. I believe that's Wheeler's first assist. I know for sure. I don't know if he's had a goal yet. So that could be his first point in Rangers uniform. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, in the second period, Ryan Hartman would score for the Wild at 5:57 from Dakota Mermis and Matt Zuccarello. At 6:26, Joel Eriksson Ek would score from Brock Faber and Marcus Foligno. We go to the third period. At 1:41, Matt Zuccarello would score from Jonas Brodin and Marcus Johansson. At 5:20, Marco Rossi would score from Kaprizov and Boldy. And then to give the Rossi's goal giving Minnesota 1-goal lead. And then at 6:40, Chris Kreider would tie it up from Artem Panarin and Gustafsson. Score tied at 4 going into overtime. Overtime was 12-0. Matt Boldy would eventually get the shootout winner for the Wild. So they take that one 5-4 in a shootout. Alright, Chicago and Florida. So to start off with, at 6:25, Nick Foligno scores for the Blackhawks from Seth Jones and Corey Perry on the power play. Nikita Zadorov would have another one, 9:21 from Khrushchev and Rucky. And then Taylor Hall would score at 12:39 from Dickinson, former Canuck, and Tyler Johnson. Second period, at 5:29, Connor Bedard would score his 5th of the year from Phil Khrushchev and Jared Tenori. The third period, the Panthers would start to score. 6:33, Oliver Ekman-Larsson scores. He's a former Canuck. From Carter Verhaeghe and Alexander Barkov on the power play. At 12:29, Tkachuk would score from Verhaeghe and Josh Mahura to give them 2, to put them within 3, I believe. But then at 9:50, Philip Khrushchev scores from Ryan Donato into empty net. So the Blackhawks take that one 5-2. Alright, Hurricanes and Islanders. So to start off with, the Islanders score at 17:40 from Noah Dobson and Matthew Barzal. Yep, Noah Dobson scores from Matthew Barzal and Bo Horvat, former Canuck. A lot of Canucks that I get on this. At second period, Simon Holmstrom scores from Pajot Kevin Pleasure shorthanded at 4:11 in the second. At 7:46, Matthew Barzell scores from Horvat, former Canuck, and Ryan Pillock. And then at 8:18, Jalen Chatfield scores for the Hurricanes from Jordan Martinic and Jordan Stahl. Third period, Dmitry Orlov scores from Kotkaniemi and Svechnikov at 12:19. And then Kotkaniemi takes one of his own at 15:26 from Svechnikov on the power play to tie it up. And then at 1:14 of overtime, Aho scores from Natchez and Brachet to win it for the Hurricanes. They take that one 4-3. Alright, Los Angeles and Philadelphia. So in the first period, Adrian Kempe scores from Quinton Byfield and Garikov at 14:32. Then Kopitar would add one at 14:50 from Matt Waugh and Quinton Byfield. So the Kings going up 2-0 heading into the second. Second period at 16:01, Arthur Kaliev scores from Byfield and Moore on the power play. And then in 1944, Moore scores from Kaliev. So yeah, it's 4-0 going to the third. And the third is 6:32, Blake Lazar scores from the Ferrier. And the Kings take it 5-0 over Philadelphia. Alright, Boston and Detroit. So first period, Boston scores. JVR scoring from Pasternak and Zaka at 5:21. Poitras would add another one at 9:28 from Shattenkirk and Van Riemsdyk. Lucas Raymond would then answer for the Red Wings at 16:20, scoring from David Perron and Dylan Larkin on the power play. Second period, Jake Longman would have another one for the Red Wings, scoring at 9:59 from Sider and Sprong on the power play. Charlie Coyle would add another one for the Bruins at 13:41, scoring from DeBrusk and Wotherspoon. And yeah, moving on to the third period. At 6:50, Dylan Larkin scores for the Wings from Raymond and DeBrincat. Then at 8:56, David Perron scores from Compher and Petrie. Andrew Cup would finish off the scoring for the Red Wings from Compher and Perron at 10:34. Then Pasternak would put the Bruins within one at 4:11 from Poitras and Lindholm on the power play. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be enough. The Wings take that one 5-4. Alright, Montreal and St. Louis. So in the first period, St. Louis opens up the scoring. Jordan Kyrou scoring from Braden Shen at 1:24. 4:01, Yuri Slavkovsky would answer for the Habs, scoring from Newhook and Gallagher on the power play. At 16:31, Thomas would give the Blues back the lead from Justin Falk. Second period, Brandon Saad would score for the Blues, giving them a 2-goal lead at 13:03 from Kyrou and Shen. Gallagher would again put the Habs within one at 14:48 from Sean Monahan. Third period at 2:50, Alexei Toropchenko would score from Buchnevich short-handed. Shen would then score at 5:53 the third from Kyrou and Saad. And then Kapanen would score at 16 minutes from Robert Thompson to the empty net. Nick Suzuki would then score at 18:32 from Caulfield and Matheson. But the Blues take that one 6-3. Alright, Caps and Blue Jackets. Alright, first period, Tom Wilson scores unassisted for the Capitals at 12:21. At 17:21, Sonny Milano would then score from Nick Jensen and Rasmus Sandin to give the Capitals 2-0 lead. Second period, at 1:38, Dmitry Voronikov would score from Marchenko and David Jersik. Hopefully that's right. In the third period, no scoring, so the Capitals take that 1-2-1. Low scoring game there. Alright, Sabres and Maple Leafs. Alright, first period, Mitch Marner scores from Yarncrook and Riley at 12:05. At 16:13, JJ Peterka would tie it from Owen Power and Victor Olofsson on the power play. Second period, Thompson gives the Sabres a lead unassisted on a short-handed goal at 6:28. Then at 11:22, Matthews would tie it up from Nylander and Marner on the power play. 11:56, Jeff Skinner would score from Ryan Johnson to give the Sabres back the lead. Third period, 17 seconds, Austin Matthews would score from Mitch Marner to tie it up again. Greenwood would again give the Sabres the lead on a goal at 13:11, assisted by Casey Milstead and JJ Paterka. Matthews would complete the hat trick at 17:26 from Giordano and Marner to, I believe, tie it up, yep. And then Alex Tuck would give the Sabres back the lead from Darlene and Colton at 12:40. No, Clifton, at 12:48. And then Tuck would score again unassisted into the empty net at 18:54 to seal the victory for the Buffalo Sabres 6-4. Alright, Tampa Bay and Ottawa. Things not looking great for Ottawa right now, but let's move past that. Alright, first period. Brady Tkachuk would score from Matthew Joseph and Jake Sanderson at 12:58 of the first. 17:05, Victor Hedman would add one for the Lightning from Kucherov and Point. And then second period at 32 seconds, Point would score from Kucherov to increase the lead for the Lightning. At 4:57, Easima would score from Chiarelli to make it 3-1 Lightning. At 18:15, Braden Point would score from Kucherov again to make it 4-1. At 1:17 the third period, Claude Giroux would score from Tim Stützle and Bernard Docker to put the Senators within 2. Point would then score from Stamkos and Kucherov on the power play at 9:58. At 11:08, Tkachuk would score from Josh Norris on the power play. Kucherov would then score at 11:24 from Beret-Boulet and Victor Hedman. And then at 12:14, Jake Batherson would score the final goal for the Senators from Tkachuk and Sanderson, but the Lightning take that one 6-4. Alright, Winnipeg and Arizona. Powering through this. First period, J.J. Moses scores for the Coyotes at 5:31 from Michelli and Krause. Second period, at 5:49, Liam O'Brien would score from Jack McBain, to give the Coyotes a 2-0 lead. Nino Niederreiter would then add one for the Jets at 7:31 from Appleton and Morrissey. At 10:05, Brendan Dillon would score from Nemestikov and Nicole Perfetti. Lawson Cross would then score for the Coyotes at 14:47 from Bukestad on the power play. And then Niederreiter gets second of the game at 17:01 from Ehlers and Pianko on the power play. Third period, Brendan Dillon scores for the Jets at 3:23 from Appleton and Lowry. And then Niederreiter completes the hat trick from Lowry and Dillon at 17:16 in the third. Jets take that 1-5-3. Alright, Preds and Oilers. And this just fills my heart with joy because I don't like the Oilers, you guys know this, and they've lost again. First period, Oilers scored Darnell Nurse from Ekholm and McLeod on the power play at 9:57. Forsberg would then score from O'Reilly and Del Giazzo. I haven't heard that one before. At 10:22 the first. Second period, at 23 seconds, O'Reilly would score from Forsberg and Alex Carrier. And then at 3:24, O'Reilly adds a second from Forsberg and Novak on the power play. Hyman would then score at 5:08 from Bouchard and McDavid on the power play. At 15:15, Tommy Novak would add another one for the Predators from Luke Evangelista and Roman Yossi. And then in the third period, at 8:22, Ryan O'Reilly would complete the hat trick from Nyquist and Carrier. Predators had won that one 5-2. Alright, Avs and Golden Knights. So to start off with, Mark Stone scores for the Knights at 16:50, assisted by Braden McNabb and Stevenson, short-handed. Second period, Eichel scores from Marchessault and Pietrangelo at 9:35. 12:37, Carrier adds one for the Knights from Mark Stone and Stevenson. 13:49, Eichel scores another one from Mark Stone and Theodore on the power play. Third period, at 3:22, Stone scores unassisted and shorthanded. 19:13, Carson scores from Dorofeev. Then 14:43, Carson scores again from Dorofeev and Amadio. So Knights take that one 7-0. Alright, Flames and Kraken. We're in the Flames jersey because we haven't had a lot of chance to do that yet. I can't believe I've only won 3 times as of this. First period, Bjorkstrand scores at 9:56 from Schultz and Yannick Jord on the power play. At 13:59, Martin Pospisil scores from Kadri and Dubé to tie it up. At 16:22, Eli Tolvanen scores from Gord and Shore to give the Kraken a 2-1 lead going into the second. Second period, in 19 minutes, Noah Hannafin scores from Huberdeau and Jerry on the power play to tie it up. Third period, Sharangovich scores from Zadorov and DeSimone at 1:33 of the third. 4 minutes, Backlund has another one for the Flames from Walker Dura and AJ Greer. Jaden Schwartz would then score the final goal for the Kraken at 18:29 from Beniers and Dunn. Backlund would then score on assist at the empty net at 19:12. Then Anderson would score at 19:39 on assist at the empty net as well, giving the Flames a 6-3 win. I haven't heard that for a while. This on the other hand we've heard a lot. First period, no scoring between the Dallas Stars and the Vancouver Canucks. Second period, at 4:21, Pius Suter scores from Joshua and Susie, puts one past Oettinger, and then at 15:54, Elias Pettersson scores from Roenick and Mikheyev. Beautiful no pass from Roenick, and then Petey just buries it into the empty net. Beautiful goal. And third period, no scoring, giving the Canucks a 2-0 win over the Dallas Stars, retaking second place in the Western Conference and making me a very happy Canucks fan. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today. I realize this is going to be a little late, but what can you do? I had stuff. Yep, hit like if you liked it, hit subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.